Happy Wednesday. How's everybody doing? It's been a little bit of a crazy week. It always is recently. I saw a funnel cloud on the way home. I had lunch with my best MAGA friend and MAGA sister, whom I love dearly. We've been friends for 40 years. So, we've been through everything together. Quick thank you to Nicole B. and Mary R. for sending me something from my Amazon wish list. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. Our card of the day, every single day, The Way of Positive Change, Facebook, Instagram, and Blue Sky is, and if you, please find me on there. Please find me. Blue Sky, Instagram, Facebook. Join our group. It's free. And I'd love to see you there and love the comments. And thank you for everyone that does and has supported me. 9 of Wands is our card of the day. And I'm going to be using the Legrand. They're too far for me to reach on the table. I meant to move them closer. Legrand Circus deck that Barb M sent me. They were hers. And little birdie told her that I was looking for them. You've seen Lena use them. Dr. Lena used them, so I'm going to be using those as we're closing out this time of the orange one. Okay, and I'm still working on Substack. I'm still learning. So thank you for signing up for the free subscription. I really appreciate it. That my email is letting me know. 9 of Wands. So some of us could be a little bit touchy. It's really good to set up boundaries and practice self-defense. But sometimes we could be just a little overly touchy or taking some things personally that don't need to be taken or aren't meant to be taken personally. We could be just, it's like if someone tried to hug us or ask us out on a date, they might be afraid that we would hit them on their head with their stick. So of course, they won't ask us out. So just kind of look to see if you are, can you start trusting a little bit more? I know that's a lot to ask. It's hard. It's hard. Okay. But let's try. Okay. Not everyone's trying to get your parking place. Not everyone's trying to hurt you unless they're MAGA. Just kidding. You have to keep your sense of humor. Okay. Today's title of our video is What is Really Happening in the White House and the Energy There and Around the Orange One. That's how I'm just going to say that. Okay, and then we're going to ask about Ivanka and Jared are, wait, is she Ivana? Oh God, I forgot. Which one's Mother of Dragons? Is that Ivanka? And she's Ivanka. All right, so it's so confusing. And Jared are trying to develop an island that belongs to Albania, which is a member of NATO, and the prime minister's home has been surrounded by demonstrators and protesters. He gave them permission. He says he's not backing down. We're going to see if that's going through. We're going to look at the orange one hasn't been seen. He has been posting nightly, I'm sure with pain meds or whatever's going on there. He's supposed to go or appear at the Knicks playoff game in New York tonight. And thank you, Eloise. I'm sure I read that wrong. I have to set up my other thing so I can see better. I'm getting there, you guys. We're going to look to see how U.S. citizens, we are enlightened U.S. citizens, but how we're going to have, how's our month of June going to go? How are we going to be feeling? And then July and then August, we're asking our guides and angels that. I want to know, Pompeo had, the previous Secretary of State had been, mocking Rubio on Fox Noise. And I want to know if they've been talking on the phone. And I'm going to ask if Tulsi, former DNI Gilbert, is going to rat out 45 because the deputy of the person underneath her left as well because they say of the war, which Rubio says is over, which it's not because they've been firing things going through the air at each other last night. And we're also going to ask about the U.S. banking system to hold steady through the summer and then through the remainder of 2026. And I also want to fit in there, which we will start off with, is earthquakes. Last time I asked about earthquakes, and I included California, Oregon, and Washington, but I got that there would be more around the area that goes around Yellowstone, and I got that there would be, and then and now so I'm going to just ask about Nevada. Let's just warm up with that one. Thank you for the super chat. It's a lot to learn about Substack. For me anyway. So, and I want to do it right. And it's been a little crazy. We had the ending of school Monday. So I've been with the kiddos. There's Lisa Foster. Lisa, thank you for thanking the people that are doing super chats. I can't see names properly at this moment, but I will. I will see. All right. So Nevada, are there going to be more earthquakes around the Nevada area? Is that where the activity is going to be? Okay, it looks like it's tough there. Looks like they have inclement weather that is going to be difficult anyway, and it causes concern. And they could be having difficulty with finances. Now, Nevada, I mean, Las Vegas, we're not having as many tourists, so that could be an issue as well. Oh boy, they feel like they've been thrown under the bus. That's putting it mildly. But they're trying to come up with new ideas to bring in more tourists and attractions and help for the citizens. Okay, looks like, this would mean the beginning of energy with a 1 there with the magician, but then there's a hangman. A little bit of a delay. People are they prepare there, but they get a little nervous about. There's going to be one in particular they get a little nervous about, and then something is a little bit bigger later on. But it's not soon, but it is showing up here, so it's not that far off. Okay, so we'll revisit that, guys. Help me. Thank you so much for posting questions on the community page, for reminding me of things, especially when I'm, just running around. It's been a little crazy. And please don't worry when I say I'm having storms. This is, the Southwest Florida is the lightning capital. We do have, lightning and thunder, and it is rainy season now, and we've been in a drought, so we really need the rain. But the storms can get quite crazy, and it can knock me off air. But it's not. Well, I did see a thunder. I did see a funnel cloud on the way home today, but it isn't like, I'm not talking about tropical storm or, I mean, we are in hurricane season now officially, but I'm not talking about that or hurricanes. So just talking about our everyday storms that we have every day. You used to be able to clock them. Like each year they would start at a different time, whether it was 11 a.m. or 1 p.m. or right at lunch hour or 2 p.m. every day. All right, let's take a look and see. Okay, Rubio said in his testimony in front of the Senate yesterday, he said, the war's over. All right, so then what were those things flying through the air last night and at Kuwait airport, and where there's been injuries, and where you guys are making up stuff about pilots, giving the same name to a pilot missing twice or has shown up twice. And Iran stopped all communication because Bibi won't stop flinging things through the air towards other countries. I'm trying to keep this clean, you guys. And thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you. I've noticed that some of the subscription numbers have gone up and likes, and I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you so very much. please support your favorite reader. Okay. Because the tube people, you know, they're making problems. All right, so let's see here. Let's just take a look at Rubio's future, because I think he's in trouble. Little Marco Rubio, what does his future look like? He's Secretary of State. He's been dissed on Fox News by Mike Pompeo, the previous Secretary of State, and the Orange one's first run. Oh, the war's over. And then you're just going to throw gobs of money to them. You're still going to throw gobs of money at them and for reparations or to help them fix up. And then they just now are guarding the strait and they have total control over it. And when what happens to our gas? So I don't know. Thank you, Dragonfly. That one I could read. Okay, so here's crossing that. You know, this he's going to own this Strait of Hormuz. And this planning is not going well. And I don't think that Heg's Breath and some of the others are actually taking his advice. I don't know who all this is, but there are some people planning against him. Now, is that Vance? Is that Kushner? Is that Woodcock? Is it Bibi? Who? I don't think Rubio's in the group. Let's just put it that way. I don't think he's in the group. I think he's gone that way. You know, he was at the fight when Kushkov, the team, went over. And Iran doesn't even want to talk to those two stooges. He's trying to come up with something here. He thinks he's got a plan that he would like to implement. He wants to be the star. He was the star witness yesterday, wasn't he? He's trying to gather people. Come on, let's do this. I've got an idea. And they don't want to listen to me. Ooh, okay. Oh boy, he's afeared. He's going to try to implement something. I'm just going to say this. He's going to try to implement something or go on something that was previously said or stated by Biden. Something he had heard when he was in the Senate. But he says, I'm going to do this, but he can't. Okay. Or he just doesn't. It's not his idea, A. B, he says things he's going to do, and you're lucky if he says 5 things. You're lucky if you get one of them done. All right, so let's see. Has the fighting stopped between Pompeo and Rubio? Is he seeking advice from Pompeo? Oh, yay, welcome to the membership. If you want to be in the psychic development class, please email me at thewayofpositivechange@gmail. thewayofpositivechange@gmail. If you would like a Zoom invite. Otherwise, you can just watch the membership videos of classes. Whatever you like. Okay, and welcome. All right. Is Rubio seeking advice from Mike Pompeo? Is Rubio seeking advice from Mike Pompeo? Oh, he's seeking advice not only from Pompeo, but from one other person. It's a gaggle of 3, because he just does not know what to do. He's afraid. He's afeared. There, he suggests this, but he can't pull it off. He's all over the place. He has been all over the place. He's trying to come up with strategic thinking. No, he's the way he is interacting with Pompeo is offensive to Pompeo. And so therefore, even his talks with him go on delay or pause. And I did go on the Google machine and find out that they have spoken. But they don't agree about military placement or advancement. Pompeo is seen as being the wiser one of the two, of course. Well, of course. They have opposing viewpoints and they snarl, and then they have a big fight, and they duked it out on the phone and it fell apart. Okay. So that's a no. Lost opportunity for Rubio. Okay. All right. Pompeo was his first in the orange one's first cabinet. And he was a former director of CIA and Secretary of State. Pompeo. I hope I said that right. Okay, so whatever they were talking about blew up. So they had a fight. Is Rubio in the Senate or in the House right now? All right. Okay. I want to know what is the energy in the White House right now? What is the energy with the staff? We did a remote view. In our psychic development class. And I know what we got. So I'm just going to see here with all of you. What is it? Of course, that was on the weekend when we did that. Thank you, Teresa. Okay. I can ask about, if you'll post on my community page that question, I will ask that if I come back. I'll either be back Friday or Saturday. Okay. I had to rearrange everything. With my car, and then my dental visit was planned, but then we had the end. It's just been a little cuckoo. Anyway, it's all good. All right. They're just, they're not having, they're not in disagreement about how to treat the orange one. They're just acquiescing, just letting that orange person do whatever they want, eat in excess, drink whatever they want, sniff whatever they want in excess, anything. It's just, there was more balance before and judgment, but right now there's just this can be shots that you're given, IVs that you're given, especially with the cup and the water here with the Knight of Cups. So they're just not, he isn't having, he's lacking capacity to make any type of big decisions, because he's tired of the war. He's tired of it. He tells you, he doesn't care about anyone's finances. He doesn't think about that. He's tired of it, and he doesn't care, and he thinks the negotiations have gone on too long anyway. All right. So, they're all trying to come up with ideas about where they can steer him. They just sort of steer him in like with whatever shiny over here, here orange, here orangutan, here's a shiny something for you to play with. Go take your You're can't even say it. Okay, go take your eyeball over to designing things over there. Okay, because he's over the top. He's up over his skis. And there's no going back. This change has already taken place. They had hoped that it would get better. And so now they're just keeping everything secret. So everything is a secret. Everything. They're just trying to figure out how to hide him, how to sequester him, how to steer him, how to distract him, how to go around him. Because he's lacking capacity to make decisions, So I hope to high heaven and all of the angels to be able to hide the football. Okay, someone said no sound. Can people let me know that you can hear me, please? Balance is needed. It isn't there. It is not there in the White House. Balance is not there. It's overload. It's having to do everything for him, around him. The steadiness is gone. The judgment has been made, and they're just working around him. Okay. Okay, thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Earth Mama. Okay. All right. So that is that. All right. So I did some other readings, and I feel like Voight and people like Leonard Leo, so Federalist Society, Heritage Foundation, those people are the ones who are making decisions. Okay. So I want to know if BB is blackmailing Trump, because the Epps files went to where the prime minister lives and the Kushners. And so we already know Trump is being BM'd. I like that. He's being BM'd by Pood, because he knows, and he's being BM'd by BB. Well, we're going to see. We're going to see. I'm going to remove mine. Am I buffering, you guys? Oh, no. All right. So I got the Three of Swords that tried to pop out there. So I feel that there is betrayal there. Okay. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. May the angels bring you special presents, treats, toys, and prizes. All right. Is Nettenberger, is BB blackmailing? Oh, okay. Yeah, and that's, I really, truly believe so with the Three of Swords and the Eight of Wands coming. And I just think that he's going to continue to do things in Beirut and Lebanon and threatening Trump, blackmailing Trump. All right. He tells him, I have plans. I have plans, and this is what I'm going to do. All right. Now, this is important. BB and Poodster do not agree. Okay? And they may have agreed on some things before, but they are not in agreement right now. So BB and Pooty do not agree, especially over the plans in and around those countries we were talking about. So he's being tag teamed by two sources, and we just named the two, I believe. Oh, yeah, there it is. There it is. I have got I know about your lust. I know about your habits. I know who your cohorts are and were. I know about your actions. I know about the unaliving. I know about the, well, that's enough. So you want us to be silent and blur the lines and not let the information get out. But it's coming. And they have both. Okay, and about Ghislaine. Not, and so yes, they're threatening, and they're threatening about either the supposed ending for Epstein and where it happened, and then also possibly about the place, the home, the situation that happened in certain places with Epps, home, castle, resort, that kind of thing. But I'm going to say specifically the ending for Epps. So watch for that to come out. And also other things. And they have things that were put through in emails and on the internet. They have files. They have a plethora of information. Okay. So I want to know. I've always received that food would spill the beans. Will BB rat on the orange one? Oop. Not quite yet. Trump is supposed to be at the Knicks game tonight, so we're going to find out, see if that happened. If he doesn't have to speak, he can just wave. All right, but man, he's telling him. He's telling, I know what you did that summer. Okay, but BB has stuff too, so he's not going to be able to. There's all the info on the little people. He will not be able to fully implement his plan. And that may be because Pud and Xi gang up on him about Iran. So I've always seen that BB would go down, and I believe he's going down. Okay. I just want to make sure, make sure that Ukraine is doing okay. Ukraine is going to win. They're going to win, but the Pud is a cornered snake and snakes bite. Okay. Is Ukraine okay? Going to win. Success. Oh, something else that Biden had provided for or promised or set aside, maybe through another country, and choices that perhaps were withheld or there was a fight or dispute about or taken. That's going to come out. But I believe that they get it through a roundabout way. And Ukraine is, this is tough. So they're having a tough problem because of what Trump has trying to get through an entire video without saying that name because of what the United States has done to them. So they're hitting a little rough spot, but don't worry, they're going to win. All right. Ivanka. Oh, let me see too. What's happening? Promised. What's happening around the orange one? Does he have a nurse? loss of movement. What's happening around 45? All right, so he has the confusion going on still. See, this, he lacks the capacity to make decisions, okay? Over the top, over his skis, new medicine, new pill, new medicine. Gives him a boot. Okay, it's all secrets. Everything around him is secret. They are not going to let you know what's going on. Well, I mean, I don't know how Keith Edwards knows that. So maybe he knows somebody. I can see it because you wrote it in caps. There's big problems all around 45, and the people there, administration, are very concerned about 45's conversation with Putin. Okay, he's apparently they're speaking. All right. So this is all, there's a lot of concern, a lot of fear, a lot of concern around the orange one. So is Putin going to out 45 in order to win something, blackmail something? It's Putin outing 45. Weighing the pros and cons, whether to divulge the things that he already knows and about the females, legal things. He's already told him he would do this. A verbal tongue lashing went out to say, if you don't do this, I'm going to do this. It was shocking. I believe that Putin knows that Trump's lacking the capability to be normal. Tit for tat, robbing Peter to pay Paul. Money. This is about money. He will out him. He will have victory after adversity. And it will be enough to get him where he wants to go. All right. So let's just do, because we have to, because we're doing a live and we're getting near to the end. So we want to see how the orange ones, but he's going to give it to somebody else. That Six of Swords, Putin is going to give that information to someone else to spill. Okay, so nothing's changed with that. But let me see how orange is the person who claims to be the president. How is that person's health? How is 45's health? You know, and lots of times we forget that Kamala has, you know, she's already been president. When we ask, will she be president? She was president because Biden had to have a colonoscopy and he had to be put under, and she was sworn in. So she was our first female president. She was the first. All right. Okay, so he has had to have treatment and has had to go somewhere. He's to the wing where he gets treatment. He has also been to another appointment. He had to leave to go to this appointment, and they're shushing it. They're defending him. They're watching the boundaries. He wants to just continue to do the things that he wants to do that are not good for him. There's a lot of gossip, a lot of speculation. Do not believe everything that you hear. This is the fish in the tank, fish fight in the tank. where you can't see when fish fight in the tank, they kick up the silt. You have to wait until the silt comes down to see what fish lost their tail or a fin. They're keeping everything under wraps. They're trying to control it, but they're not doing a very good job at this. Why? Because they're not very intelligent people. So they're not going to be able to do a good job at anything. And here's information that is given. Here, there's a greedy person that wants money that's going to take a risk, shoot from the hip, and going to give information. They want to be paid, and they're going to get money that way. And 2 aces is the change of places. Now, I fully believe that this person is losing more and more mental capability each day. And I believe that 45 is going to want to go home to Mar-a-Lago. And I think that's where he's going to go. All right, so let's see here. Let's just do one more, and then we're done wasting time on that person. We're going to go straight on for all of us for May, June, July, and if the banks are going to be stable. And Ivanka and Jared. Okay, but right now we're just looking to see, is Trump going to move back to Mar-a-Lago and just stay there? That's what I think is going to happen. I think he's just losing it, and he's just going to say, I want to go home. I just want to go home. Decision is being made. He wants what he wants, when he wants, and how he wants it. It's been anger, agitation. How do we keep this person calm? And then if we give this person something to be calm, then they can't do anything. They're mush. They're trying to control the mouth of the lion. They're trying to have composure, have this person have composure and patience and perseverance, delay. This is the Florida card. So that's where he wants to go. I'm telling you, that is where he wants to go. And they're trying to tell him he's going. He is going there. Now, this is the card of Leo. Does that mean they can try to delay him long enough to wait until the end of the month of July? I don't think so. I mean, maybe they can. Maybe he just goes and comes back and then goes again. But they're trying to get him to be patient and saying, okay, we're going to go. You're going to go. You're going to go. Just eat the rest of your hamburger. You can go back and forth. It's okay. They're trying not. That's what's going to happen. All right. Ivanka and Jared are trying to develop, are in the middle of developing an island that actually belongs to Albania. There's protests all over in the streets. And protesters, demonstrators surround Edi Rama's prime minister's home. It's a $4 billion luxury resort. The PM says there's no way he's going to stop the development. So first I want to take a look at the prime minister, because that person's house was actually had flaming things flying through the air at it in March. And it's all happening again. So the PM of Albania. Future. He's trying to make it, he can't make the people happy. He's having adversity. He's met up, he's challenged by adversity, by the words, by people even traveling there to say. And there's going to be people that will travel to the island to try to break up what's happening. And they will use any tactic that they can come up with. Okay. They're trying. Oh, he is. They see him as heartless, ruthless, a liar, and trying to push control. But they're, listen, and somehow, I don't know if this is, he just has to get the law on the side, or if he has to just retreat and take time out, or if the people make him take the time out, or he actually has a health problem. Somebody's, so you can just, the people are going to do whatever they need to do to stop this. And the PM ends up in bed. That's all I'm going to say. Now, will Jared Kushner and his wife be successful in developing this $4 billion luxury resort on an island, on this island that belongs to Albania? Will Jared Kushner be successful with this? You know, you saw what happened in Bulgaria. Those people who are there are strong. They are strong. They aren't like the GOP. Okay, the environment and younger people are really coming out. Kushner's going to try to make them a deal like, we'll protect the environment. We'll use strict rules with development. I wonder how many stories it is. All right. The project gets stormed. Interference is on its way. It is, the money gets withdrawn. There isn't quite enough there. Somebody doesn't stay put in this. They had hopes that this was going through, that they would be able to push past the protests, but right now they're not feeling good about this at all. Look at that lineup. Okay, then they're going to try to say, all right, we're going to try to appease them. Let's just tell them we're going to protect the environment. They have to have the police come out. Kushner is afeared. Oh no, what happens if this and what happens? They're trying to keep it secret because that's what they do best. All right. There are going to be 2 female activists that are going to really make problems. And I don't think this is not a success outcome. I feel like it gets stalled. Okay, but we'll look back into that. I feel like it gets stalled. All right, let me just ask really quick. It's enough on them. Enough already. Will Kushner, will that $4 billion luxury coastal resort be built? Will it be built? Will it come to fruition? His wife, Jared's wife, may give in a little bit more than Jared. Right now it's opposed. There's going to be a big fight over this around the time of the coming eclipses. There's oppositions to this all over the place. Here, there. As of the moment, they have the money, but someone isn't steady here. University. The government stands in the way here. So the government is going to be, the governing body is, but that dude, the PM, Edi Rama, he controls the government. So that could still, they may have to go through government to try to put this through, but they're not at a winning chapter with that because the world card is on its side. Okay, it's enough of them. Now, all right, we have to ask one more. Will the orange one, who has been invited to appear at the Knicks playoff game tonight, will 45 Will 45 appear at the next game? What happens? I don't have a really good. They'd have to wheel him up there or something. He wants to. Advisors say, I don't think so. Government says, how are you going to do that? You have to get him up there so that he's seated and you can take pictures after he's seated. He could come a little late, or they could film him late after, like I said, after he's seated. The offer was made. It's with another male. They don't know how they're going to. So there's problems. So there's going to be, there's going to say there's a disruption, or this causes a disruption, or it will cause a disruption. There is, they can say he had to stay at the White House because of the fight with Iran. Something came up. There's opposing forces. It can make a problem. So there's something that delays, detours, changes, plans change here. So we'll have to let's watch and see. We'll find out. All right. Now, guides and angels, may we please see into our future? How will our month of June go for us, extra loving, guiding light, enlightened individuals, our group, for U.S. citizens? How the month, the overall month, the energy, how will June go for us? The month of June. The month of June. Guides and angels. Will it be calm and blissful? Okay. Captain Chaos. All right, we're working on it. The no-nonsense queen is on her side. So what does that mean? Something that had been previously cut, they're trying to work on bringing back. Now that could be Pulte in the acting D&I area. They're working on cutting out the gathering of people. Something that, there's the 3 women again. Okay. Legal. All right. So, I mean, I'm still feeling like there's legal problems, and the orange one's health. They're trying to get medical records to override all the ridiculous circus-like activities and spokespeople that are trying to come out with nonsense. They want papers. Now this means things are a little bit steady here. There could be a new term that's helpful. We're still waiting for the menace to stop menacing. More people will leave MAGA. There's more balance, more harmony. I love it. We get our wish. We get something really awesome in the month of June. Go get your champagne. All right. Wow. Celebrate every day like it's your birthday. Get ready. You taking the act of going to get your celebratory tambourine or your cymbals or your djembe drums or your guitar and your champagne or drink of choice, doing that brings the energy. It heightens the energy. It sends that wave of energy out, celebratory. All right, and it comes back. This is very nice. I like this. Something new. We try something different. Some people come around. You know, the orange one can't get anything done, right? Lacks capacity is what I heard. And the angels are trying to restore some balance, some harmony. This is really, really great. All right, I'm loving it. All right. 9 of Cups was the outcome card for June. Let's record that. Although I know Mystery Achiever will put timestamps up for us. Bless her. All right. How about the month of July go for us enlightened U.S. citizens? Will it be smooth sailing the month of July 2026? The month of July 2026 for all of us? Or will it be Captain Chaos? Smooth sauce or lumpy sauce? Month of July. Things come to completion. There's still very important world situations to deal with. Those are the cards we came up with Pood outing Trump over and Bibi over the Epps. Oh, the bullying. The bully is over to the left. Oh my gosh, the bully is pushed out. Lots of information. Lots of problems at the White House. Okay, a new beginning. The blessing, the rebirth, love, joy, communion, because the bird is depositing the wafer into the chalice. Thank you. Thank you for the super sticker. Okay. I'm loving this. Okay, there will be sadness. Younger people are excited. This to me really shows me that there's going to be something associated with the Epps files that will come to light, and there will be justice for the victims. All right, and then there's the Russia card. There could be some earth changes, but nothing says rebirth and love like the Ace of Cups. The beginning of tender feelings, love, gifts, presence, and the youth and mama. Okay? So these are all very important cards. I think July is huge and loving. Many of you out there could have this meh, that's probably not going to happen, you know, but it's here, and it's going to be good. It's going to be really good. All right. Blessings, many blessings. All right, so we got many blessings and rebirth in July. And what about August? Now they're saying, since the Strait of Hormuz has been closed for so long, that the extreme deficit of gas could be taking place, and not taking place in the White House, of course, but could be taking place at our gas pumps. All right. But what about the month of August for us United States citizens? A collective whole, will it be chaotic, difficult, or will it be smooth sailing, beautiful, and we're basking in the rebirth and new beginnings? There's the Justice card. We'll get back in there, Lady Justice. Okay. It's the Judge Judy card. All right. That means that the energy is very serious. In August. All right. All right, that's it. All right. Slow and steady. Resolution. Security keepers are on the job. Okay. In the time of Leo, which is the end of July through August, to the end of August, almost the end. There could be some real estate issues. There could be some monetary issues. They're asking everyone to try to have patience. Okay, the bully is still past en route. I need to know, I forgot when that first eclipse happens, but there's difficulty here. Some people might feel like it's not going to be okay, but it's going to be okay. It's really going to be okay, you know? And the Mar-a-Lago thing happened. Oh my gosh, there's our rebirth, our joy, the love. We may be thinking it's not enough. We want more. We need more. We need to give us more. We want everything fixed right away. And we could be a little petulant, you know. Keep your eye on the ball. We're still waiting, but overall, you know, we have work to do on ourselves. You know, we may have to wait in lines for gas, and that's not exact, but overall, this is, you know, this is patience and perseverance. They're telling us not everything's going to happen lickety split. And remember, the Ace of Cups is not a fast card, but it does signify new beginnings are on their way. Okay. So, but we've got to do what we need to do to take care of ourselves and our finances and have our plans in action. And so we do, okay, we have to exercise. We have to go outside. We have to, you know, not just wait on everybody else. We have to make things better for our neighbors, for our community, for our church, for our group, you know, for our mahjong table. Where that came from. Okay. But we have to celebrate. We got to get up. We got to make things happen. Okay. We're still waiting for something else to come through, and it just doesn't seem like it's happening fast enough, but it's good. It's good. All right. This makes me feel much better. You don't get the Sun and the Empress if things are going to be terrible. Okay. And I have to believe my guides and angels because they have me where I am doing repeat readings for people, especially on a personal level. So I have to believe them. All right. So another big question is, will the U.S. banking system hold steady through summer? So first, I'm going over, you guys. I'm sorry. Going over. Okay. Will the U.S. banking system hold steady through the summer? You guys, it's going to be okay. That doesn't mean you're not going to get a cold. It doesn't mean you're not going to get a cold. It doesn't mean there isn't going to be a wobble, but the overall stats will be on the positive end. All right. And we are the positive way of change. But if there's challenges, we would see them. If they're gigantic or chaotic or overwhelming and we can't succeed, we would have just been shown that, but that's not what we got. Will the U.S. banking system hold steady through the summer? guides, and angels, may we have the answer for this question, please? Okay, some of them are stressed. Some banking systems are stressed, okay? And some people may have spent too much money, and some people may have money going in too many different directions and may need to simplify or streamline. You know, I got rid of AGB. Okay, I got rid of, this, speaking of streaming services. Okay, and I'm working on some other things too. All right, so the loaning is not going to be big. All right, and people have spent a lot of money and they don't have enough money. There's legal, there's laws, there is uncertainty, but it's okay to be uncertain when the Eight of Swords comes up. Some people just will be afraid to spend because they're uncertain or they're fearing the worst. But this person's legs are not tied. It's only their mind and their eyes. So they're free to move forward. The problems, the swords behind our figure in the Eight, the woman who ends up being the Queen of Swords, but they're behind her. Okay, so this means she's gone through issues already. Now there's going to be a lot of talk, discussions, some announcements. There may be some programs to help people. Credit card companies may announce a rate cut or the ability to move your balance over to a card that doesn't have, or that only has 2% or something. Okay. We fear the bully because we hope that it's over, but we fear that it's not. But that's in the hopes and fears. That's not the outcome card. Okay. But remember that banks always have an ultimate goal. Okay. And there's a lot of stealing going on. There's a lot of market maneuver. So we're going to hear about how the markets were tampered with. We're going to hear about how people stole. I didn't have the magician card. Things that we didn't know, betting, the people that made money. Because remember, Polymarket's going down. Okay. Kalshi survives somehow, but Polymarket's going down. Okay, so how does this, the grifting, there's going to be, the law is going to expose and announce how they purchased a huge overload of homes and bought up all the homes so they could rent them and bully people and take their money. So let me see a little bit more about what gets exposed. I keep flying out. All the cheating gets exposed. Okay, so the scams and the cheating gets exposed. All right, so that's it. All right, what about, will the U.S. banking system hold steady and strong through the remainder of 2026? I'm going to ask one more question after that. Will the banking system hold steady through the remainder of 2026? You just have to be careful for any offers that they come up with, okay? All right, here's a legal ruling. Here's someone that tries to mess things up. Meetings, safety, restored safety, speculation, and the shock. The information that we're going to learn about the banking system is going to be shocking. Now, to me, this means it's going to be stable. But there is something shocking that happens before the end of the year. But we're all right. I think all the money that we gave to Pood and the oligarch bros. All right, so will yours and mine, will mine and yours, will you and me be okay and have access to our money and the money that we keep in the bank be safe? Guides and angels, this is for our loving, enlightened beings, light workers, family. Will we be able to have access to our money through banks and be okay? There could be an internet banking problem, but that could be a trick, and that could be because of Pood. So I just got the internet card. Someone's trying to HACK through internet. Try to do, try to make sure you have security. Try to do your banking on your laptop, okay? Try not to do banking on your phone. Clear the history and try that. Okay. Watch where you're doing your banking. People are going to have, some people have just, it's hard. They're fearful, but the angels are trying to restore the balance. They're calling for balance now. Streamline now. Okay. Get rid of any excess. Okay. Yeah. Don't save your passwords, especially your phone. Okay. We'll be able to, but it looks like there could be an internet issue. So get rid of extra expenditures now, please. If you know that you have a financial issue, finish what you started and get rid of the things that you don't need now. All right. We're going to be okay, though. Okay. The Tower was in hopes and fears. So that's not the outcome card. The outcome card is the Three of Cups. All right. Will former DNI Tulsi Gabbard rat out 45? Will she do a tell-all? Will she come around and say, I laughed because he broke his promise. The orange one broke his promise about starting a foreign war. He fired me because she got fired, y'all. Will Gabbard rat him out? Just, change your passwords to your email. Start doing your banking. Go to the bank if you can. If you, try to use a device that you have security on, like your laptop or tablet. Okay. There will be an internet issue, but we will be all right. Just take extra precaution. Okay. There's her ending. Okay. And those are the ending of her plans, her contract, her money. I guess she's not getting enough money. I hope that's not her spouse. After adversity, she will shoot from the hip. After adversity, she will have it. She's not sure how. She doesn't know all of the ways possible to do this. I believe she must have signed an NDA here. This is signing a piece of paper, but she wants to defend herself. She wants to stand up for herself. There's our card of the day. She's cutting free from the nebulous soup. And she's going to say that this person had lost the capacity to make sound decisions. She's going to do it. Now, she's going to have other people help her, but she is going to do it. So, and it's going to be about the lack of mental capabilities. All right. And then not following. And who's actually running the show here, because it isn't 45. It's 5 other people. And one of them's the Beebster. And I'm not talking about Justin. All right. All right, you guys. Now let's do a reading. I'm sorry I went over. Try to come back Friday or Saturday, whichever one is. I have some friends coming in from out of town. That was unexpected. I just found out yesterday. So I'm trying to come back Friday. It'll be Friday or Saturday, whichever one we don't meet on. All right. Guides and angels. We need a reading. We need a word. Can we get a word? What do you want us to know? What is the most important thing that you want us to? So I want you to receive. I just want you to streamline your finances, stock your pantry. Don't buy things you don't like. Be sensible. You know, don't get a whole bunch of stuff. Be sensible. Buy only things that you like that you know will keep. Basic essentials. You're going to be fine. You're probably not even going to need them. Okay? So don't worry. Be happy now. Don't worry. Okay. Guides and angels. What do you want us to know? What's our challenge? What's our goal? What do you want us to focus on this week? And thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you. Oh my goodness, there's, let's say, 11 or 14. Thank you so much. Thanks for hitting the like button. Thanks for the new subscribers. Thank you. I'm going to try to pre-purchase a ticket for the IMAX theater in South Fort Myers at the Gulf Coast Town Center to see Spielberg's new movie. Okay. You must believe in things that are unseen. Have faith in forces that are unseen. We're going through a tough time, but you're not alone. We're all going through it together. Please look up, see the light in the Kabbalah, in the tree of life. Have faith. Do not lose faith. It's been terrible. It's been horrible, but we're through it. We're almost through it completely. Okay, there's going to be problems at the White House with other leaders. Patience and persistence will see you through. Be careful with your self-talk. Make sure that you're saying positive affirmations like, I prosper at every turn. The universe always supports me. My body now restores itself to its natural state of well-being. Do not give up. There's tempting to give up. It's because sometimes it's so hard. You have to take better care of your health now than you've ever taken care of it before. You must exercise. We're not here to just wait for 45 to drop. They're going to be secretive. So just know that there's so much stuff going on behind the scenes that we don't know. Don't give up. We're going to have good news. We're going to be stable again. We're going to have the return to normalcy, but we have to restore it in ourselves and have faith and know that the Archangel Gabriel is helping and Michael is helping to restore harmonic balance. But we got to do it in our own mind, body, and spirit. First, we must believe without agitation. Get rid of the ego. Get out of your own way. Open yourself to receive. Learn a different way to take care of your health, mind, body, spirit. Try something new. Solfeggio frequencies. Coloring with your non-dominant hand. Listening to a brand new, different kind of music. Chanting. Bowls. Sound frequency. Playfulness outside. Any type of art. Singing. picnics, get out of your ego with your family, get together with people, spread the love and the arts, help restore the harmonic balance yourself. Do not be afraid. Do not kowtow to the fear. Do not get stuck. Go dance, go sing, play music. This means change your routine. Change your routine. This isn't working. Okay, when this comes up, we break the chains of fear. Because fear is what a lot of us has known. This means get your groceries from a different place. Learn a new routine. Go to bed earlier, get up earlier, start earlier, have your chop day, get your food, prepare, get a diversity of foods, eat the food group that you've been missing for the last 15 years of your life. Move it or lose it. You have control of your health, so exercise your true power and the ability to move forward, but get out of the routine. Routine and the ego needs to change. Okay? If you want to have success, you got to get out of, you got to break the chains. They're easy enough to lift off. Do not go into fear just because we don't know everything that's going on. You must have faith, hope, angelic healing, help. Focus on your own psychic senses, your ability to gather with others, to spread the love, the joy, the arts, and harmonic balance in your mind, body, spirit. Okay? That's it, because these are self-placed. So realize that if you're feeling like that card of the day that we got with that 9 of Wands, you're the only one that can change this. You're the only one that can change the routine. Your routine must be changed because you're repeating the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, and it's not going to work. You've got to surrender your ego and say, okay, I'm willing to try something different because what I'm doing isn't working. I'm running into the wall. All right? Develop your psychic abilities. Okay. All right, you guys, so much love to you. So much love to you. All right, I just want to do one word because I've already gone over. I'm going to do one word. And what is it that you're not seeing? What is it that we are not seeing with that devil and the ego? Surrender your desires to keep the same routine in order to find joy, love, and renewal by doing something new. Ooh. Is it here? It's here. Accept invitations. You have that meh, M-E-H, that meh look on your face. I don't want to do that. The thing is, the angel gives us an invitation. It's not about the original offer. It's who's going to be at the event. This is like an offer to go to Mickey D's or something like that. And you're like, I don't want to go there just because Sally wants to go get this or that. I don't want to go there. It's not about Sally. It's not about that offer. It's about who you meet or a sign you see along the way. It's not about the initial offer. Just start saying yes. Break the chains of the devil. Do something new. Okay? I hope you got it. I hope you say yes and you get rid of the meh. Okay. Much love to you. Thank you so much for your support. And Lisa Foster, you're the bomb.